Okay, guys. Do you hear that static? Okay.
Is it that ambient mic?
It was working just fine.
Hey. About to call a lacrosse game in Houston. Yeah, what you need me for?
Good morning and welcome to Magnolia.
Sorry, dude. All right, bye.
Good morning and welcome to the THSLL State Tournament in the beautiful city of Magnolia, Texas, on the iconic campus of Magnolia High School. I'm Heckman Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. And Jim, boy, do we have a slate of championship games scheduled today, and a lot of cups and trophies will be awarded today.
I tell you what, don't rest on it, because as soon as you rest, there's one coming up right behind it. We got a day going on. We're working two fields today, and we'll be closed down for championships tomorrow. We'll have a championship awarded today, late in the afternoon, and looking forward to all these great matchups.
Oh, we have some epic games happening today on this field, on both fields. Obviously, tomorrow it will be Championship Sunday. We do have a championship game, the final for Class C at 6:30 tonight. That it will be the nightcap. But getting things started here is the Class A semis between St. John's, the Mavericks of St. John's, and the Falcons from Kinkaid, as the two goalies make their way to the cages. Emphatic jump there from number 15. Can't tell me this guy isn't ready. He is ready to go. Colton Silverstein for Kinkaid. Saw this guy warming up. Obviously, a lot of work has gone into getting to this part in the season. the St. John's comes in. They are 8-6 overall, 3-3 in district. On the other side for Kinkaid, 4-2 in district, 9-9 overall, as the first possession is going to go to the Mavericks.
And they work back to get it clear, and the ride kind of broke them apart.
First shot attempt there is for Kinkaid. That's number 3, Peter Frandina, with the first shot attempt here.
Yeah, Rodriguez did a great job about working that top side post and then shutting down that lower third on the run, kind of guessing on the bouncer, and the shot went over the top of the cage.
And to get things started out here, you see the pressure on the ride being applied by Kinkaid, not making anything easy. Finally, just a Hail Mary shot the other way.
And there, Johnny on the spot, the aforementioned Silverstein out of the cage.
I think they were trying to catch him sleeping. That's number 77, Carlton Payne, excuse me. It's now Kinkaid with an opportunity here to set up on offense.
Yeah, Kinkaid seems to be a little bit, granted, we're really early in the game here, but Kinkaid seems to be a little bit more settled and not really what I was looking for. I mean, St. John's really took on some challenges early, taking on some class opponents in South Lake and playing ESD twice, really trying to step their game up and battle out of their weight class.
We are trying to get the shot clock together. We're working on our third cup of coffee now. So,
hey, we made the crawl of breakfast joints this morning.
Oh man, we got to give the guys was it Treehouse?
The Treehouse.
Oh man, if you want good breakfast, please go to the Treehouse in Magnolia. My goodness, the pancakes, I've never had a pancake that didn't need syrup.
It's all-inclusive.
Is that what it is?
It's all-inclusive pancake.
It was amazing. Absolutely amazing joy. Got our morning started right. As you see right there, dodge down the alley, and that's a shot attempt by number 14, Preston Shields.
Yeah, Shields got off his man, just didn't get his feet settled. Shot wide of the top post. And as you're coming off those dodges, you got to settle your feet and get your hips aligned with the goal.
Yeah, he's right on the porch when he takes that shot, and they're doing a good job right there, not giving up a goal on that end for the Mavericks as they get a offensive possession.
We're going to have an assessment here. Frandina got caught on the other side of the line, and the line came up and snapped him back and tripped him on his way back.
How about the speed on that ball by number 1, Cole Allen? Number 1 with the shot attempt, and the possession is going to stay on this end as that was a hustle to the end line for the Mavericks. Marshall Malone bringing the ball in for St. John's. St. John's doing a good job just initially setting up their offense, the rotation coming. Kinkaid doing a really good job also kind of getting the pressure out on the perimeter, but not a lot. How about that for that pass across the defense there from Cole Allen?
Yeah, Allen picked up that lane and saw that open up for him. Rewarded there.
Rewarded with a 5-hole goal bouncer to get things started as the Mavericks draw first blood.
Yeah, and for St. John's first really sustained possession, nice work and nice movement on the ball. They are engaged now. All it took was a little snafu with the shot clock.
Is that what it is?
That's all it did. That little respite.
That is all we needed. And Cole Allen with the shot attempt and goal, and we're down at the face-off, and number 10, Henry Hofseth, is depleted after the win at the face-off. A little return fire there by Reese Stepania.
They were listening to the James Brown classic, Payback.
Payback. He got it back quick, didn't he?
Back quick.
And that number 39, Marshall Malone, bringing the ball inbounds as substitutions are being made on this end by the Mavericks.
Yeah, we'll see as this thing develops out, but Cole Allen seems to be the kid they're going to run the ball through.
Absolutely. You see the athleticism immediately from number 1 out there for St. John's.
I like the red shoes, too.
Rotation is on number 44 on the alley, and another great save there by Colton Silverstein.
Yeah, Jazari going down that lane, felt the pressure come off, got his hands free, but just to the top part of the cage, and Silverstein for an easy pickup, and Kinkaid on a nice clear here.
And a good job defensively. Also, the Mavericks trying to stay in those passing lanes. And see a timeout call. We're trying to. Just trying to figure out the shot clock here with showing 75 right now. Preston Shields bringing the ball inbounds now for the Falcons. Kinkaid in purple tops with white shorts with purple trim.
Rolling with the sleeveless action.
Yeah, I like it. St. John's all white, blue, and red trim. And now an opportunity to set up their offense for Kinkaid. See that pressure out on the perimeter, but they do a good job. That is a great rear check there by number 22, Josh Freeman. And we get our first flag.
Yeah, Freeman ran into, had a man pick him up, and then another Kinkaid defenseman came in behind.
So we get a slashing penalty on number 22, Josh Freeman, 1 minute. So man up opportunity here coming for the Falcons. Let's see if they can capitalize on the first penalty of the game.
Yeah, and I mean, from what we saw in early possessions on this offensive side, a fast rotation may be the what the doctor ordered here.
St. John's not guarding behind X, obviously in the man down. Slide coming quickly, caught him off balance, an easy score for the Falcons. Standing inside on the porch is number 3, Peter Frandina, with this score. We're all knotted up.
Yeah, Frandina just rolled in, found that lane open, and just unloaded, and again with the long stick, and that changes that trajectory for that goalie. He's got to pick that up, and it has a little bit more zip on it too.
Henry McFall and Henry Hofseth at the face-off. It's an all Henry X. Fawcett still running, and the score. How about that? Calling his own number, his number 10.
Yeah, he had really nobody picked him up. Had a free run down that lane. And you like to see these guys engage the goal, get that extra step, and he worked it in. Nobody picked him up.
Back down at the X, and the Mavericks ahead by a score. 7:50 here in the first quarter. THSLL Championship weekend. Stakes are high. Win or go home.
Yeah, this is one where you tell your mom to buy the weekend pass.
Get the weekend pass.
You look at her over the top of your glasses when she gets one day. I'm just going to buy one day.
Tell you what she thinks about your team.
Yeah, come on. How about some confidence?
Boy, do we have some good ones after this one, man. I tell you, a heavyweight battle coming after this one. A stoppage down on the field.
We're having to get this game clock set up and gathering the ire of the Kinkaid faithful. The back row dads are shooting the stink eye up to the press box.
Oh, wow. I think I got my seat back too far trying to get out of the sun. I didn't see it, but I could definitely recognize stink eye when I get it.
Shooting the look.
Kinkaid with another opportunity on offense, 7-14. Here in the first quarter, operating behind the X. They've burned the penalty. Kinkaid running behind X, and that's Robbie Taylor. And you see that defense being applied by number 33, Reese Stefania.
Yeah, Stefania just shut that lane down. They were trying to get leverage on that goal line extended and get that shot off. Stefania was riding him.
Oh, boy, that's one that goes right up the leg of their goalie.
Yeah, Sebastian Rodriguez slick on that inside pipe to shut it down.
Another opportunity here for the Mavericks. They set up their offense. Mac Reiser, number 3, with the ball back to the guy that, like I said, had the first goal for the Mavericks, number 1, Cole Allen.
Yeah, I don't know what St. John's is telling these guys on the bench, but they are using every square inch of available real estate down there. These guys are running to the midline and they are getting everything they can to not get across.
How about stepping in between that pass, and that's Hellmeyer.
And St. John's, again drops back in to give them kind of a soft clear, but they are really trying to win that transition game. I think you'll see the pressure close in closer to the goal, and they'll start working the whole field.
Preston Shields now working from behind the X, and that's like a turnover there, going back the other way to the Mavericks. Elliot Jazari with the pass back to Cole Allen. Jazari down the hash, and that's a bouncer. Goes over the top of the cage. Possession. And chased down on that end by number 23, Ainley Sayers.
Yeah, with both these squads, the bounce shot is still in vogue, and these goalies are doing a great job about shutting off that lower third, playing below their knees.
Boy, Mac Reiser tried to get a pass over the top of the pipes, not over the top of the defense.
Yeah, that was Butler with a nice slick stop at the midline. Brings it back in with nobody really on him.
Over and back in possession now is going to go the other way to the Falcons. They look like they had numbers initially, but thought better of they do have numbers inside on the porch. How about that? The miss from point blank range.
Yeah, just standing on the doorstep, toes on the crease, nobody really on him, and had pressure late, but went wide topside.
Running into triple coverage down there is number 19, Jackson Tisbury. as we have our first timeout called here. It's 3:57 in the first quarter. Timeout called on the field. They call a timeout down on the field. We'll do the same in the booth and be right back as play resumes here on Game On Sports Network. Back in action as play resumes here at Magnolia High School for the THSLL state tournament. Heckman Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. And Jim, nobody's more excited than you for this weekend.
Man, I remember, when my kid was playing in these things, it was a lot of fun. Couple of 3 years of state-run playoffs.
Parents, everyone shows up, and that's a great shot there by number 17, Jack Easterby. But even better save, and here we go with numbers inside, and this guy is nails, number 27.
Yeah, he's solid. I mean, unfortunately, got the save, and then unfortunately turnover on the clear, and just turns into another extended possession for Kinkaid, and defense has to roll back in and set back up. And
Sebastian Rodriguez, you see him hugging that pipe. And violation down there with a turnover going the other way for the Mavericks. So far, what's your assessment of this first quarter and the way that both of these teams have been playing?
Well, I think St. John's kind of has had the read as far as the offensive side. They are they're taking their shots. They're making what they need. They're really working difficult clears on the Kinkaid part. They're shutting down the transition game, and they're forcing Kinkaid to really work to get into that offensive zone. You saw that in the earlier part of the right after the face-off with the possessions that Kinkaid had, highly pressured.
That's one inside by number 6. Looks now, and Brooks gets in right at the crease in the shot attempt, but even better save down there by Colton Silverstein, who has had his share of shots.
Yeah, Silverstein's played an excellent game so far. He stopped shots at distance, and then the other side of the coin is what happens in close, and he just answered that.
Another opportunity there by the Falcons, and even better defense down here from the Mavericks. Great way to stretch by number 23, Oliver Krantz. That ball was headed out of bounds.
Yeah, Krantz definitely saved a possession there. I think if it didn't roll out, it was going to stop and at least turn into a 50-50 ball.
Spin move by Frandina, and he puts that ball up top where the cookies are kept.
Exactly. Frandina got his hands loose on the double. Just went to the lane side. As soon as he got his hands free, unloaded. And great way to know where pressure is and it is not.
As you see the replay right there, it was the spin move for me from Frandina. back down at the face-off.
The patented game on face-off cam.
Doesn't get any better than that, man. Trying to work the clear, boy. Reese Sebastian ran into a group of Falcons as they create the possession. Still's going to stay on this end. The wrong man with the ball. You know, one-on-one situation, hey, that's got to get the hair on the back of your neck to stand up. Cole Allen right down the alley with the score.
Yeah, that kid gets a ball in his net, and he's carrying it stick, and I'm hard pressed to not throw 3 bodies at it. But he had just a flat streak into the back of the net.
And Colton Silverstein, again, he has been lights out, doing a great job with all the shots that he's been peppered with. But one-on-one with Cole Allen, I will put my money on number 1.
Well, the odds are, you know, at the very best 50-50, and you put it in Allen's stick, and it shifts dramatically.
Yeah. Another opportunity at the face-off for the Mavericks. Get a push with possession. Possession going this way for St. John's. St. John's with 48 seconds left here in the first quarter.
St. John's going to work this thing.
.37 seconds left. Again, another shot attempt and another save by Colton Silverstein.
Kid's got great vision. Makes a stop, finds the ball, makes a good pickup. Very athletic move, and still roaming around.
He's showing you the athleticism right there all the way. Now he's having to hustle back to get in between the pipes. 15 seconds. Whew. Long pole goal attempt.
Yeah, Silverstein, I mean, he comes into that far side pipe and makes a great stop on that edge.
Owen Alme with the shot attempt. Again, possession is going to stay on this end. 8 seconds left in the first quarter of the Class A semis between St. John's and Kinkaid. We're trying to figure out the looks like a delay of game by number 22, Robbie Taylor. Seconds. Mavericks not going to take a shot attempt here to end the first quarter, but so far I absolutely agree with what you said. You saw the Mavericks after that initial face-off find their rhythm, and they've been a lot more crisp on offense. On the other side for Kinkaid, it's just been missed opportunities. They have some great shooters on their end, as we've seen with Peter Frandina. But, again, that first quarter obviously favoring St. John's.
Yeah, Kinkaid really, it comes down to execution, and that'll get corrected. And, it's flow of the game. And this is state championship. These kids are getting their feet under them. But Kinkaid, couple of missed opportunities, just standing right on the goal step, and unfortunately unable to convert, or we'd be looking at a completely different game.
Game on Sports would like to thank one of our sponsors for this weekend's games, Next Gen Audio Video. They've been serving North Dallas since 2010 with service that includes home theater design and installation. You'll have peace of mind knowing that all of your AV needs are in the hands of people who care. Check them out at nextgenaudiovideo.com. They take a break for the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back at the beginning of the second here on Game on Sports Network. Second quarter of action set to start here in Magnolia, Texas. Heckma Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. Bringing the ball in bounds is Brooks now there for the Mavericks. With the pass attempt across the field, man, that's great vision by number one. We've seen him attempt that in the first quarter, but that's just his MO. This guy's operating like a great point guard, trying to find shooters in spots. That's high IQ lacrosse right there.
Exactly. Start the clock. Exactly, and Jazari got up on the lane, just went on that inside pipe. Silverstein came out. Nice stop on the knuckles there. Hope he didn't have piano lessons in the morning.
That was he's having to use every bit of himself here in this first half. Still there in a man down. The Falcons are. Robbie Taylor hit with a delay of game as they burn that penalty. We're all knotted up. Now working from behind the X, back top side. Jazari down the alley. Shot attempt over the top of the cage. Colton Silverstein.
Yeah, Silverstein, he knew where the frame of the cage was. He knew it wasn't going in, and he kind of took his shot that he might have a man out on that edge, where St. John's just basically retains possession.
Oh, that one top hits the Silverstein. Really lucky right there. That's a shot attempt by number 6, Brooks Denial, that bounces right off the top of the bar.
Yeah, and again, great awareness of goal, of where he is in the goal in the crease. To be able to set up, hold that inside pipe. Got lucky with the ball at the top part of the goal, but certainly great awareness.
Zach Easterby went across the alley. Jackson Tisbury with the pass to number 14, Preston Shields. Rotation on now for the Falcons. 17 working his way back inside. Great defense there from the Mavericks, shutting down a shooting lane. You see the trail check right there at the last minute by Brooks Denial, bringing that ball off the head of the stick, and just like that, the Mavericks are on the go, right inside.
Yeah, and St. John's just unable to convert, pressure back from the backside, just unable to get that leverage to get that shot off and rattle Silverstein.
And you get a timeout call right there on the other end, and I think that timeout was called by St. John's, as you saw Hanley Sayers go down on a knee, just trying to preserve the possession. Timeout taken on the field, and we'll do the same here in the booth and be right back as play resumes. Players making their way back on to the field. 9:42 here in the first half. Sayers bringing the ball inbounds for the Mavericks. It's denial down the hash. Again, another pass back behind X. Mac Reiser. One-on-one matchup. Immediately see the footwork there by Cole Allen. Great defense by the Falcons.
Yeah, great pressure, and one of the Kinkaid defenders wisely dumps it into the crease where Silverstein can work a progression clear here, and
Silverstein all the way across. He had taking matters into his own hands with the clear. Falcons with an opportunity on offense, down by a score.
Yeah, you like to get the extra guy on the attack, but you certainly gives you heart palpitations as a coach.
Trying to work their offense. Defense has been, for the Mavericks, been pretty good here in the first half. Shot attempt there by number 3, Peter Frandina.
Yeah, Frandina came down that lane, had that pressure come off his hands where he had leverage to take that shot, but he'd already kind of forced his line shoot backside.
Number 17 coming across. Jack Easterby trying to come across the alley. Finds a man standing behind X, and that's a pass attempt that's going to go across. There's going to get a shot. Maybe that's a shot clock violation on that end.
We'll get a reset of numbers here.
Number 7, Carlton Payne brought the ball back in bounds. Back to Payne. Well, right now they are on. Time is of the essence. They need to get this cleared ASAP.
Just like you draw it up. A little bit of pressure.
A little bit. You think so? Just a little bit?
A little bit of pressure.
Cole Allen. Back to Jaziri. Jaziri to Brooks Denial. Back to Jaziri in the middle of the alley. Another pass. Back to number 6. Jaziri trying to get his hands free, working from behind X, and they find their man, Cole Allen, one-on-one, and he runs into some defenders. How did he keep that possession? That's a mom goal.
Yeah, he, ran into defenseman. Had to resettle himself. Kept the ball in play. Just runs to open spots and great presence of mind. Just not the shot you wanted to take.
I'll tell you this, on the other end, if you are the Falcons, you're down by 1. You've dodged a couple of bullets here in the first half early. Could have been down by a lot more. Now with an opportunity to tie things up.
Well, and you're not looking for that one goal. You're looking for a run. You're looking for a series.
Tisbury, great pass inside. He finds his man, number 14. Preston Shields, standing right spot, right time, and that's the score for the Falcons.
Yeah, Shields set up on the top side. You're going to see this work this lane on the inside. Right there, nobody on him. And Payne had to come in late. But a little too late to stop the shot.
Sebastian Rodriguez, who we've said has been doing a wonderful job. They just caught him on the wrong pole, and they were able to get that pass to the other side. Nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, I mean that's why you exploit those lanes. You come in on that inside and force that goalie to cuddle that pipe, and you're going to work him topside, and you hope you're quicker than he is.
Number 6, Brooks Denal with the pass back to number 1, Cole Allen. Point blank shot there on this end by Cole Allen. Errant pass goes out of bounds, and possession going the other way for the Mavericks. Like that's another missed opportunity there for the Falcons.
Yeah, and we were talking about shifting these goalies, using these lanes on the outside, and from what I've seen today, both these cats, I mean, they can cover ground inside that 6x6.
Payne trying to work the clear, and that's a pass is intercepted. Numbers on this side for the Falcons, but they elect to pull back.
Yeah, really, unless you got just a straight run at it, you want to go in and set your offense, get your personnel packages the way you want it.
Like a whistle blown. Looks like we have a procedure penalty down on the field. Possession's going the other way to St. John's. I think the Falcons may have found something there. They trying to figure out a way to get past Sebastian. How about this? That's just a misdemeanor right there. Picking the pocket and Sebastian standing in the line of fire.
Man, you got to make those stops, and that defense had to just that nice stop.
How do you do? I mean, come on, man. Both of these goalies are just on fire right now. Trying to hit him with the roller inside, and Sebastian just could not get to it. And that's another score by Peter Frandina.
Yeah, nice stop. Nice stop. Just didn't get it in to retain possession, and then it turns into a 50-50 ball. Nobody really around him to help, and that kid's working his tail off inside the crease, and just unfortunate on that. But this defense needs to really shut those lanes down, keep bodies in on the crease, but need that support from those middies coming back in.
And that's a goal by Jackson Tidsbury with the score. It's right there on the porch, and another score for the Falcons as they start to steal back that momentum. I talked about those guys and just the missed opportunities.
Well, I'll tell you this, momentum's not going to stay with anybody too long with these two clubs going at it the way they are today. He didn't like that first ball.
No, he didn't. Another possession here for the Mavericks.
The laces weren't high enough for him. Didn't like the first one.
Mac Reiser now behind the X, being guarded by Jackson Ray. Ray showing him a lot of love with that stick. Reiser trying to get back topside, get his hands free. He has a man and not able to cash in. That's great work right there by Reiser, getting it into Sayers.
Yeah, Silverstein, great footwork. Shut the shot off before it ever really got out of the stick. Closed that inside post and forced that ball wide.
Trying to work down the alley, and not an opportunity by Brooks Denal. Back to number 7, Jackson Byers. Man,
I'll just take this.
Colton Silverstein.
I just got that.
I mean, barely moving there, Silverstein. He's standing right in the line of fire, and that's another save.
Like he's getting a drink out of the fridge.
I think that's about the fastest moving spider I've ever seen.
I was going to get after him, but he's gone.
And another score down on this end, and you tell you, like I could say this clearly, the Falcons right now they got it going on all cylinders. As you see, number 22 working his way inside.
Yeah, picking up that lane, nobody on him, and you got to get on these bodies and get the hands tied up.
And Peter Frandina, I gave him credit before for the previous goal. That is a great job by number 3 again. Momentum, as you said, maybe not a thing that you have to worry about, but the Falcons right now, have stolen it.
No, and it's not going to stay with one. No, neither one of these squads going to make a huge run. But that's what it's going to come down to, is who can put these possessions to create that separation. And Kinkaid's come down from a 1-goal deficit and has been able to put 2 additional up, and that's that little bit of space that you need.
And here we are right at the 2-minute mark here left in the first half. Rotation on now for the Mavericks. Back to Cole Allen. Cole Allen with a shot attempt at wide left of the pipes, but possession going to stay on this end.
Yes, Silverstein set up middle, closes that inside pipe on the shot. Great move by him, but Cole Allen had some pep on that.
Yes, he did. And Jaziri in the middle of the field, another shot attempt. Pass inside. Boy, bouncer missed there by Mac Reisner. Great hustle. And see who they award this possession to. Looks like they're going to stay on this end with the Mavericks. And looks like another timeout called. And Game on Sports Network would like to thank one of our sponsors for the weekend, Big Bad Carts. They do custom golf carts with only the best parts the industry has to offer. From mild to wild, they can do it all from their offices here in Salina, Texas. Check them out at bigbadcarts.com. Another timeout called. 1 minute, 29 seconds left in the first half. We'll take a break with them and return as action resumes here on Game on Sports Network. Players back on the field as play resumes here in Magnolia, Texas. Minute 29 left here in the first half. Jaziri inside bouncer hits that. How good was that from number 44 coming across the alley? And I'm telling you, timeout called at the right time, because they execute and bring themselves to within 1 on that goal by number 44.
Yeah, and that's exactly the way they drew it up. Got his man free. Nice shot to go on that top side of the pipe and beat Silverstein, because he had it shut down, and that angle makes that goal face just kind of disappear. So that was an excellent shot, excellent decision from St. John's to come out of the timeout with.
And down at the face-off, again, number 10, Henry Fawcett.
And you can't take them with you, so we're gonna burn them.
Yeah, burn another one. As a timeout is taken. At this minute, the minute 4 left. If you're on the other side for the Mavericks, you finally get an opportunity to clock in. You get a score. You bring it to within 1. You've got to be thinking about, hey, if we possibly can't tie this up going into halftime, and you're back at 0-0.
Yeah, and you got a minute 4. You have your possession. You call a timeout. You're going to draw something up. You're going to work it, and you have everything. You come back out with the exact personnel you want, and you're going to look for a mismatch and try and exploit that. But certainly want to score quick.
So 1 minute left here. Kinkaid making their way back onto the field. Possession again. It's going to be on the other side for the Mavericks.
Yeah, Kinkaid. I mean, they can come out there with their personnel. They want to go heavy defense. They're really gonna. They look like they're coming out with 2 LSMs.
Whatever you do, you better get somebody on number 1. Don't make the mistake of getting the short stick matchup on him.
They said no one had timeouts.
No, and the unfortunate side is you can plan for him, but there's tools aplenty on both benches.
No timeouts.
As the clock 104. As team starting the rotation here with a minute left. Really not a whole lot of sense of urgency here on the other side for the Mavericks.
Again, if you come out and see what you want, you're gonna attack it, but they're gonna draw their mismatch.
Draw the mismatch. Jaziri with the shot. 20 seconds left. See this, it's defense extending all the way out, trying to get it into Cole Allen.
Yeah, Sayers with that ground ball pickup, that's an outstanding grab right there to retain possession.
Spin move and the shot attempt by Allen, that's going to go out of bounds. Look at the dive to the end line. And boy, Kinkaid with the hustle. And that is what you call the Hail Mary to end.
He's going to chunk that one to the gym.
Yeah, it's the Hail Mary to end the first half. And what an awesome action-packed first half we have in this first Class A semis as the Falcons hold on to a 1-score lead to end the first half. But, boy, they had to battle to get it.
Yeah, they sure did. And I mean, they had momentum, early right after the opening face-off. They had good momentum. Just unable to capitalize on it, but both squads had missed opportunities aplenty, and where they standing there on the doorstep could dump it off and went wide left or right, really not forcing these goalies to work, and then excellent goalie play from what we've seen today.
You see that score right there by number 14, Preston Shields, and that's where I think the Falcons really started to make a run. Those guys were in position, right place, right time, and always there to get the score. Jackson Tidsbury with the score, and I think that made the difference as they just continued to move the ball and get opportunities, and they had no answer for number 3, Peter Frandina. Saw him with the spin move and the score, and Jaziri gets the last score there for St. John's as we go into halftime here on the Class A semis. This is the THSLL State Tournament brought to you by Game On Sports Network. We'll take a break and be right back for the beginning of the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at halftime, we'd like to go ahead and recognize a couple of players from each school. For Kinkaid, Preston Shields, he's a senior, attack, All-State. For Kinkaid, Colton Silverstein, senior, goalie, All-State player. For Kinkaid, Daniel Patterson, junior, defense, all-district. Recognizing St. John's, Reese Shepanian, defense, all-state selection. Also for St. John's, Cole Allen, junior, midfield, all-district selection.
No.
One minute left to the beginning of the second half. Heckma Harrison alongside Jim Dixon for the THSLL state tournament here in Magnolia, Texas. And a beautiful, beautiful town, booming town, as we've been told. Business is good in Magnolia.
I was told, well, I ran into a local and they said they're all shut down. They said don't come back.
Oh, they don't want they don't want the word to get out.
We're all full up.
It's too late now.
Yeah,
it is too late now. We know.
Should have been here earlier.
Man, this is an incredible town, incredible weekend, and that first half for the Mavericks and the Falcons, as you stated, and I'm going to steal this line from you, that momentum doesn't even matter right now. The way that they're playing and the way that they're clicking on all cylinders, it is like this is anybody's game to win or lose, as we see both of the face-off guys meet in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I think the separator is going to be that little 3-run goal, that goal run, and you're going to see a couple of 2 or 3 of those opportunities. We already saw Kinkaid spend one of theirs with that 1-goal comeback.
See that there's at the face-off, and I guess they reset here. Hey, we've done everything that we possibly can to get this thing happening right here in Magnolia. Look, everyone's had their coffee this morning, I believe.
I believe so. But they moved the clock operators up here. They're typically down on the field where they can, discover the ambiance of what's going on here, whistles and see signals. And they had them up here, and they're even supported by one of the state referees, and he was kind of lost to what was going on. But we've reshuffled the decks, and hopefully we'll get the game clock and shot clocks all squared away.
I guess what you're saying is it's fluid.
Yes, it's very true. It is fluid.
It is fluid in Magnolia. We're trying to figure it all out as we go. As finally the third quarter has started. Slide coming late. Found another guy. They have figured that out on this end for the Falcons. They are getting the goalie all the way on the other side and finding the guy right over the top of the cage. That time they do a better job of defending it.
Yeah, and that goalie's going to start working the backside, which means he's got to adjust to that pipe on whatever lane they're going to come up and exploit. So that extra adjustment causes an additional adjustment, and we're going to see how those cascading adjustments occur.
Well, Sebastian Rodriguez, again, we talked about him and how good he's been, but when they get him leaning on one of those pipes, they've just found a way from behind X to find a guy standing around the crease as they, take advantage of that slide on that end. So, again, another opportunity here for St. John's as they try and chip away at this lead down by 1 after the first half. In a back-and-forth matchup here in Magnolia. The Class A semis on the way. Cole Allen inside, and that's a shot attempt as he runs right into the defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've made that adjustment. They said if number one's got that in his stick, we are going to pressure him, and he found that double right as he was getting his hands free to shoot.
JD, I think what the Falcons have said is anybody but him. Anybody but him. We're going to give it up. He's not going to be the one to beat us.
That's the guy that isn't going to do us in.
That's a great adjustment by the Falcons. Another offensive possession here by the Mavericks. And how about the decleater
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Silverstein came out,
Whoa.
took care of. You want to use the lane? Fine. Fine.
Silverstein said, I'm going to take matters into my own hands, and you won't go any further.
Yeah, they just told him to get on that top side pipe. He didn't know if he was supposed to be inside the cage or outside. He came down and lowered the boom on that lane.
Mac Reiser working the ball inside for the Mavericks as they pull things back to set up their offense. It's a beautiful day here in Magnolia. Temperature going to top out about 82 degrees.
Oh, just could not get leverage on that shot.
You look for Brooks Denial there trying to get the shot attempt off. And you see the way that the Falcons, anytime they get pressured on the clear, they get that ball back to their goalie. And man, who said lacrosse wasn't physical? Did you see? Oh, whoa.
They were instructed, both squads, to play a little bit more physical in the a little bit more physical here in the second half, and we've seen it so far. But I want to draw attention to Daniel Patterson on that backside, coming over on defense to shut that last run down for St. John's. Great play by that junior Pole.
Standing inside Denial in the alley. He's talk about calling your own number. He's just like, look, I'm not going to be denied. Triple team me if you want to. Standing on the outside, another shot attempt. Colton Silverstein is not going to be fooled by a shot that far away.
No, a great vision. Closed the lane. Just he was on that, cuddled up on that topside pipe. Just took a step out to shut the goal perimeter down and just step towards the shot. Great stop from Silverstein.
Jack Easterby working the clear for the Falcons. 7:26 here in the third quarter. Again, back and forth. The Mavericks have had their share of shot attempts here to start the third quarter, but still find themselves down by a goal. Number 14, across shot. Well, looks like a pass goes out of bounds. Possession, though, staying on this end.
I think that was generous.
That was very generous.
That was generous.
Okay.
I'd have called that a shot every day of the week, but that's fine. I mean, if it was a pass, that's fine, but really not committed to either. Just found himself in that lane and couldn't get his hips turned around.
Trying to find his way topside, and that's a ball that's going to go back across field, and then possession possession going the other way for the Mavericks. Flag down on the field, obviously going against the Falcons.
Yeah, we're going to get called on that push late.
What an adjustment. Silverstein is just like, this guy is just unbothered by shot attempts.
Yeah, I mean, he's back there. He settles in. He's cool as the other side of the pillow. He doesn't get rushed. He uses his vision. Great body. He shuts off a lot of shots before they ever get off, just because he's positioning in the pipes. But yeah, he's a salty customer. I like that little decleater on the lane, and he's going to play defense.
Yes, he is.
He's going to play offense too. He'll get you down into the cardiac zone for these coaches. He'll get you right up to midfield.
A push penalty, 30 seconds. Work his way back inside. Cole Allen. Let's see if they have the numbers inside. Can they take advantage? And they cannot. Possession going the other way, and there he is again. Silverstein.
Yeah, Hanley Sayers there on the doorstep, just unable to get his hands free to get that lifted in, but had pressure all the way around him.
Another opportunity for the Falcons. It's probably one of the well-dressed gentlemen in the whole state of the whole city of, well, I'm going to give him the state of Texas, but the city is just stepped into the booth.
He's the best-dressed guy in the booth, I'll say that.
God. As we have a player down on the field. That's number 22, Robbie Taylor. Down as he got caught up in that scrum.
Yeah, Robbie, Taylor was coming in on that backside, and
he's up on his feet.
Yeah, got something to the lower extremity there. It looks like
maybe legs,
looks like backside of that hip.
Yeah, legs got tangled up, and good to see him walk off. 5:29 left in the third quarter. Like we have a crease violation called on Kinkaid, going the other way now for the Mavericks. Trying to apply just a tad bit of pressure on the ride. Easy clear for St. John's. So now over to Cole Allen.
They're trying to sneak him in now. I don't know you can sneak that kid anywhere.
No, he's a guy that you're on the other side. If you're the Falcons, you recognize where he is at all times. The athleticism is always on display, but his vision, I think, is second to none. Inside, they try and do something quick. They get it done. In fishing, I think they call that a catch and release. That's something you never do, JD.
Yeah. No, you always hang on to him. You always hang on to him. Nice work on this backside, and Hanley just finding that little drift, put that in on basically the size of an envelope on that inside pipe.
For St. John's, number 23, Hanley Sayers, assisted by number 3.
And Sayers, one of these kids has been playing all day long. He's a little undersized, but he's playing big on the inside. He's playing big on the crease, and is finally rewarded with one there with a great shot.
Just a tap. As soon as it hit the head of his stick, he immediately got rid of it. And that's a turnover by the Mavericks as we're all tied up here. 4:22 left in the third.
Yeah, and both squads are playing fast.
And you see it right there. That is the guy, Peter Frandina. Again, another score for number 3.
Yeah, Frandina opened up on this edge, was calling ball all the way in. They set it up. He had a little bit of momentum to poke it in. Just had that extra step on his man to open up that top side and get the shot free. But he had his body open and his hands free, and you can't let these guys make a run like that.
And he finally the Mavericks pull get to tie, and then just like that, the Falcons, they pull away not only a minute separating those goals, and it's a great job by the Falcons responding.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's going to hold momentum today. I mean, these guys are going to, they're here to play, but they're engaged. They're not getting down. They're okay, that's a goal. Fine, I'm going to have to answer. They're engaged, and they got a game plan, and both squads are executing. We haven't seen a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of plays other than shots. The penalty bug hasn't really reared its ugly head.
We've had a few penalties, just a few, not a lot. This is absolutely a cleanly played game, tough as well. Don't want to say the referee is not the proverbial they're letting them play, but they're calling the penalties as needed. But this is high IQ, high level lacrosse being played out here in Magnolia. 3:36 left here in the third quarter. Again, this is the Mavericks tie things up, and just like that, the Falcons come right back with a score. see the hustle for the loose ball, a bit of a scrum. Who wants it? The Mavericks get it there in front of the cage, and how about that? How does Colton Silverstein? Did you see that dive across the mouth of the goal?
He was goating him in. He gave him the whole top side and just took those last 2 steps to close it out, dove through the crease and made the stop. But, again, out of the cage, playing the ground ball and just hanging around the scrum, thinking if it pops loose, I'll just get it and go.
Another clear. Harris Cockrell for the Falcons. Only ahead by a goal. No one can relax here, as Jim has said. The momentum doesn't mean anything in this game. As hard as both of these teams have played, Oliver Krantz standing in the alley, working inside, trying to get his hands free. Trying to run around the screen, sat by Jack Easterby. Easterby with the ball, being defended by Almy. Easterby inside, a shot attempt. It was saved by Sebastian Rodriguez. Numbers inside Rodriguez again.
Great ground ball play by St. John's. I mean, they're aggressive after these ground balls, and as this game's going, I mean, neither squad's giving an inch, and over across the way, same thing with Vanderbilt and Austin High. They were tied up at halftime 6-3, and we'll see if we can get an update on that. But both these things look like they're going to come down to the wire, and all you could expect on championship weekend here for THSLL.
Josh Freeman initially looked like he had the possession, was trying to work the clear, and out of nowhere, Peter Frandina comes from behind, rips the ball on the rear check, and steals another possession for the Falcons. Frandina laying on top of the ball as the Mavericks come away with it. Number 18, Almy with it, trying the long pole goal. Checked at the last minute, altered that shot. Possession going to stay on this end.
Yeah, nice stop. Nice stop to come out, alter that shot. But again, offsetting with the numbers. Really aggressive play by Silverstein out of the pipes, and the kid has confidence.
Jaziri on the hash, making hands-free shot attempt, and another save by Silverstein. Don't care how this one ends. Silverstein is my MVP.
I tell you what, I think he's got a lot of team confidence in his poles. He knows he's going to get the ball in his stick.
Yeah, that one goes out of bounds. Possession going the other way. Falcons look like they had an opportunity.
Yeah, but as I was saying, he knows he's going to get his stops. But he knows if he doesn't get it settled in his stick, he has confidence in his poles, pick up the ground balls. He has confidence in his midfielders to come back and attack. He knows he's going to get a good clean clear, and those 50-50 balls are tilted in his measure.
This is the end of the third quarter as the Kinkaid Falcons still ahead by a score. The Mavericks trying to battle back, and we get ready for the fourth quarter. Who wants to play on Championship Sunday? THSLL State Championship will be awarded. This is the Class A semis here on Game On Sports. Fourth quarter set to start here in the THSLL state tournament weekend here in Magnolia, Texas. Beautiful city and stadium for this championship weekend here on Game On Sports Network. Heckma Harrison alongside Jim Dixon. And I tell you what, if you are a fan of lacrosse, this is the weekend to stay tuned. We have hours of lacrosse set up for you and a monster matchup after this one. Another win at the face-off for the Falcons. That's number 3, Peter Frandina, a guy that has his imprint all over this game.
Yeah, he's also done a great job about pushing the ball around, making guys around him better. But, as you said, great game, more physical play.
Yeah, they're going to call that. The whistle came late, but either way, you're going to get bounced, and the call is made.
I mean, sometimes, assault gets called late.
And you just saw it right there because that's exactly what happened. Josh Freeman bringing the ball inbounds. This play resumes Elliot Jaziri.
But both squads on their clears, they're working their progressions forward. Nobody's getting flustered. Both teams are executing their plan. We've talked about it before, pretty much mistake-free games aside from some early shots. And nice defense there on the far side by Daniel Patterson.
Yeah, we've seen some guys take some shots. Boy, whoever has to play tomorrow, there's going to have to be some ice baths happening here in Magnolia.
I'd roll by the Home Depot and grab some tubs on the way home and.
Forget the tubs. Just get the Rubbermaid trash bags and put the trash bins and put them in them.
Put them in the trash bin.
Yes, old school.
Oh.
But my coaches are called the staff spreader.
Silverstein's having to go pick up his second favorite goal stick.
Man, how does that play mentally? How does that play? You got to trade in your favorite stick.
Yeah.
It's all right. Those are his friends. That one probably has a nickname as well.
The second favorite goal stick.
At 10:49 here in the fourth quarter, as we have tried to maneuver shot clock operators and get everything going here. This is a great weekend of lacrosse. I think we finally figured it out.
I tell you what, they have it set up. This Magnolia host has done a great job about getting the right fannies on the right bus on the right time. And I mean, we rolled up and they had a food truck and they were ready to roll.
If you want good breakfast, go to Treehouse. I'm just saying. I don't know if I've ever had pancakes that good before.
Well, you know what?
I don't know. I ain't never had it that good.
I mean, we had to drive by it twice. I mean, it's just literally an opening in cypress trees.
The absolute truth told right there, JD. Another shot attempt and another save inside. That shot was altered, though. Brooks Denial tried to get into it, just couldn't. Last minute, he's being checked. Not able to get his hands free completely for that shot.
Yeah, and you can disrupt any time along the way, but you want to disrupt regardless.
Another opportunity here for the Falcons. 10 minutes left in this game. Mavericks needing to get a stop and a score to tie things up. Carlton Payne defending on number 3, Peter Frandina. Right now on defense, what you can't afford to do if you're the Mavericks is have dead feet and start the ball watch.
No, that's true. And so over across the way, tomorrow's counterpart That game is Vandergrift 12, Austin High 4, so there's some separation there.
Boy, talk about separation, and you get it from that shot. Jack Easterby working his way down the hash mark, and that's another pass over the top of the cage, and they find Easterby on the opposite end for the score.
Yeah, he comes down. Watch this, just bouncer and uses every inch of the cage. And, the pipe actually took it in, but nice shot regardless. And catching Rodriguez kind of set back in the pipes, and just late to get that step in to get that bouncer over his head.
As the Falcons ahead by 2 scores, and trying to work the possession at X. The face-off taken by number 10 for the Mavericks. Penalty called, and they're going to get number 13, McMackin.
Yeah, and we haven't really talked about the face-offs, but they have, for the most part, been even. A lot of clamp wins, but nobody really going coast to coast on it. And both squads, went in there equal parts of these 50-50 balls. So these wings are engaged, and everybody's working the game plan right now.
Another man-up opportunity for the Mavericks as they get a slash penalty on number 11 for the Falcons. 9 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
St. John's just happy to work perimeter, see if they can draw them out.
And they've done a good job of that, trying to catch the cutter. They don't have anyone inside. Well, that's number 23, Sayers, inside. They find him last minute, and what you're not going to do is get anything by Colton Silverstein.
No, and he wisely goes to the tippy toes of the crease, extends that stick out, and just, I'll take that.
Another all the way out of the pipes for Silverstein, being triple teamed.
Nice play and great job by Hale Muir to come up late, pick up the ground ball, and get Silverstein back in his requiem part of the field.
He comes all the way out, does Silverstein, and again, another possession here for the Falcons as they continue to hustle for the ground balls. Ground ball war on the other side, I think, is favoring the Falcons.
And Silverstein is to his third favorite stick now. He's just made.
Maybe he got the first one fixed. Maybe we were having a problem there.
That's it. I don't know.
Another shot attempt that goes back to the highway. And let's keep the possession down on this end for the Falcons.
We got to learn our streets so we have geographic reference.
249. That's not 249.
No.
Okay. There he is again. You cannot leave this guy by himself. Shields inside to number 3, Peter Frandina, with the score.
Yeah, and Frandina he is imposing his will here in the fourth. And Kinkaid has just made that run that is going to force St. John's to really step up. They gotta stem the tide at this point. But Frandina, open on that edge on a narrow goal face, and nice goal by him.
7:33 here in the fourth quarter, as the Falcons are just running away, up by 3 scores. Get a push possession staying on this end. And Jim, when do you start as far as time? I mean, 7:24 is a ton of time on this end for the Mavericks. But do you put your foot on the gas and say, look, guys, we've got to make something happen here with each possession?
Yeah, I mean, I think you take it step by step, but yeah, you certainly have to impose some urgency at this point, and you know, if anything, answer and get that one goal back and build some ground to execute from. But you know, that's where they're. You know, that's where they're getting caught short, and Kinkaid's kind of imposing their will, shutting them down on lanes, forcing ground balls, and this hasn't happened. This hasn't happened in the first 3 quarters.
And even in that situation where you feel as though, again, the Mavericks had an opportunity, that's a great job by the Falcons, just cutting them off. Communication on defense clear, and there's an errant pass from Colton Silverstein. I think the first error we've seen him make this entire game. Now possession going back the other way to the Mavericks, and bringing the ball in play is Elliot Jaziri.
Yeah, at this point, you really want to see, if you're St. John's, you want to see how quick you can get something put back up on the positive side of the ledger.
Cole Allen with the pass. See them putting body on number 1. Inside, maybe found the guy, Brooks Denal. He hesitated, trying to get his hands free, and that's a rear check on that pass that sends the ball back the other way.
Yeah, he came in on that, got Silverstein elevated off his feet and just kind of closed the goal face on himself with his momentum.
Great way to slide your feet there from number 5, and just takes a guy off his feet.
And these guys, they're looking for that leveraged turnaround where they can get their hands free with that defender coming in late. And Kinkaid is really forcing the issue, putting that extra oomph on that body.
And that's a shot by Brooks Denal. Possession staying on this end. Number 5, though, Max Scrubbick's a decleating shot, man.
Yeah, I mean, and Kinkaid's defense is stepping up. This is kind of where St. John's was really playing more physical defense in that mid part of the second quarter that gave them that little 1-2 goal run, and obviously that has gone, that momentum has gone, or that mindset has gone to Kinkaid, where they're playing a lot more physical on the defensive side.
See the refs making some adjustments down on the field. Looks like we're trying to get 30 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to figure out the shot clock. There should be 19 seconds on the shot clock, and so can't just take it right down to 19. Have to let the seconds.
Got to tick it down.
Tick it down.
It's like watching paint dry.
In this situation, yes. But I tell you what, this game has been so exciting and competitive for both of these teams, and just right there at the end. I think as far as the opening of this game, you saw the Falcons, you saw how superior their goalie was in Colton Silverstein, but they just did not get the shot opportunities. But from the second, third, and especially here in the fourth, you've just seen the difference in the crispness from them on offense, but execution and their effort and just the precision on their end from their shots.
Right, and Silverstein gave them fits in the first half. You got to wonder, okay, how do we get past this guy? And every time you work your way through it, you try the number 3 Phillips head, and that's not now you need the flat head, and they try another tool, and he answered everything that they had done until this point in the fourth quarter.
They're trying to find their way back to the front of the crease, and they just can't get there. Cole Allen trying to get his hands free, shot attempt off, and I think looks like there's going to be a shot clock violation. Possession going the other way.
Yeah, and Cole Allen, he got his guy on his spin. That slide came up. The guy his defenseman caught back up. They draped him. He had 2 bodies on him, and he had his hands shut down, and he was committed to that lane already. Great great physical defense by Kinkaid.
5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Errant pass going out of bounds. Possession going the other way now. Yeah, down by 3 scores. If you're the Mavericks, you definitely got to step on it now. Cole Allen loses the ball.
Yeah, that unpressured error there. He was going into his dodge. Return some physical play there.
Peter Frandina didn't see that one coming.
But Colton Payne for St. John's came up and just lowered the boom. Cole Allen there on a nice little shot, just couldn't get it down under the top part of the bar.
I think Silverstein has these guys seeing ghosts. They're probably seeing 3 of number 15. He is really, he is a guy that will position himself on one side of the pole and they try and go the opposite way, and he just moves so quickly. We've seen him come all the way out of the crease and then run and jump back across. He has been everywhere on the field.
He's got just a lot of smarts. Just really knows what's available to him, what he has to do. And again, covering that lower third that a lot of goalies, that's seeping in on them.
Another great save by number 15. We are at the 3-minute mark, 3:47 left here in the fourth quarter of the Class A semifinals here in Magnolia, Texas. And who wants to play on Championship Sunday? And the Falcons have definitely proved that they are not only willing but able to compete for a state title. Coach Mike Sintra and his bunch has been playing lights out today. This ball's going to go out of bounds. Possession staying on this end with the Falcons. Robbie Taylor, who we saw go out when he got his legs mixed up and got help off of the field, and now he's back. Good to see.
Well, not just for now. You want to have a full bench. If you're on Kinkaid and you're on the current trajectory, you want a full bench for tomorrow if this thing plays out. The way St. John's is capable, it's still a little tight, but still too early to call.
Silverstein again, all the way out of the crease. Another clear here for the Falcons as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, St. John's really not playing as physical as a team as they were in the first half.
And that's, a great assessment there, JD, because I tell you what, they were just choking the life out of them there in the first half. And I think the Falcons have kind of taken a lot of that steam out of this team.
Yeah, and if you're Kinkaid, you're rewarded with that lack of, that last step, that last finish that has kind of gone away.
19 seconds on the shot clock, 1:24. There's a slip by Preston Shields, in possession going the other way.
We've got Vandergrift up 13-7 over Austin High across town. If there is a cross town.
There is.
Okay.
We've discovered there's an old and new Magnolia. And timeout called on the field with 1:03 left in this game for the Class A semis. Game On Sports is more than just home of the THSLL. Game On also broadcasts football, baseball, basketball from high schools all over Texas. You can see our full schedule on our website, GameOnSportsNetwork.com, and stay up to date on all of our social media channels at Game On Sports Network. Final timeout call. Well, one of the final timeouts called of the game. They take one. We'll do the same and be right back as play resumes. Both teams make their way back on the field for the final minute and 3 seconds of the Class A semifinals, the THSLL state tournament. As the next game up is set to start at 12 o'clock is the Eagles from ESD versus the Highland Park Scots. Be myself and Jim Dixon alongside the best dressed man in Magnolia, Dalton Jernigan. I thought he was going to hand you a corsage at first. I was like, is it prom night?
It's prom night. It is. As a matter of fact, it is prom night.
It is, isn't it?
It is prom night. I got a kitchen pass from my wife, but it is prom night.
Jeez. This guy has his initials on his sleeve, man.
It's called a monogram, my friend.
Is that what that is?
It's a monogram.
Oh, man. All my monograms just say Joseph A. Banks. Five seconds left here in this Class A semifinals, and the Falcons have showed up to Magnolia and showed out as they put on a display and a victory by 3 goals here over the St. John's Mavericks. And I'm going to ask a rhetorical question. Who do you think is the MVP on the other side for Kinkaid?
Oh, my man Silverstein. I like that kid. He's solid, but you can't just give it to him. That defensive squad, those Poles, they played excellent, and they played a great physical game and gave him a lot of ground to work in. But nice work from the Kinkaid defensive unit, and Silverstein is obviously a standout on that.
They get the Falcons get the victory, and they will return for the state title tomorrow here in Magnolia. And that is the end of the first game here. We're set to begin the second game for the Class A, AA. In 14 minutes, game set to start at 12 o'clock. They take a break. We will as well, and see you for the next game.